He likes to go to the same combinations, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable. And despite him not having the size, it's the shots that you don't see that hurt.
This lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.
Canelo Álvarez, and that's just being honest. And I think what he has done in his career, he's proven it.
Terence Crawford delivered a harsh warning to Canelo Álvarez following their fight agreement, making it clear that he intends to shake up the boxing world. Confident in his abilities, Crawford declared himself a serious threat to Canelo and his legacy. He emphasized his dominance across multiple weight classes and believes his speed, technique, and ring IQ will expose Canelo. For Crawford, this fight isn't just about stepping into the ring. It's about redefining greatness at Canelo's expense.
Excuses why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about business, then you doing good business. If I'm easy work, I heard him say there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168. Yo, he can do it all. I can't slip up and lose to this little guy. Then what will my fans think of me? What will my Mexican people think of me?
The fight is officially confirmed, and experts see it as a thrilling clash of styles. Canelo Álvarez's power, relentless combinations, and elite counterpunching make him a formidable challenge. On the other hand, Terence Crawford's unpredictability and razor-sharp timing could create openings if he can time Canelo effectively. However, Crawford must prove he has the power to earn Canelo's respect. Otherwise, the fight could become an uphill battle. While many believe Canelo's strength and experience at higher weight classes give him the edge, Crawford's technical brilliance and adaptability could allow him to outmaneuver his opponent. This stylistic showdown is a must-watch.
Canelo, he likes to go to the same combinations, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable and has the power to get the respect of Canelo Álvarez, because when you don't, it's a long night. It's not nice. Like Crawford did well against Madrimov, and he won that fight for me quite clearly. But Madrimov was countering him. If you can counter the counter, maybe Crawford might look at that and go, you know what, I'm going to try and outpoint this guy, not get into a war with him, but just show my boxing, genius and outpoint him and outland him. That's possible. It is. This is why this is such a fascinating matchup, man. We've been treated to some amazing fights. Usyk Fury, for example, this is another one.
Eddie Hearn acknowledges that Canelo Álvarez has nothing left to prove in boxing and doesn't need to justify a fight with Jake Paul. He emphasizes that Canelo is now more focused on the business side of the sport and is taking the fight primarily for the massive payday, potentially exceeding $100 million, rather than for legacy purposes.
And that's just being honest. And I think what he has done in his career, he's proven everything, right? His resume is unbelievable. And if you want to make 120 to fight Jake Paul, a fight in which there is absolutely no risk. And by the way, you can't criticise Jake Paul, because the criticism for Jake Paul has always been, when are you going to fight someone decent? Well, guess what? You might be fighting Canelo Álvarez. I don't hate it. I'll be watching.
He would have to give up the belts though. That's the fight to stay.
Yeah, mate.
Hearn defends Jake Paul, noting that while he has been criticized for not facing top opponents, he is now potentially stepping into the ring with Canelo. However, Hearn acknowledges that Jake has no real chance, calling Canelo a dangerous fighter. He predicts a brutal loss for Jake, but admits that he will still walk away with a massive payday.
In boxing, no one's surprised that a fight like that's getting made. And I know you've gone out and said you do respect Jake Paul for getting in there. Canelo's a totally different beast to,
however many Canelo wants it to be. I mean, the only thing is, Jake's going to be a lot heavier and bigger. But listen, no disrespect to Jake's ability as a fighter. He's fighting Canelo Álvarez, who is one of the top fighters in the world. So,
Just a day ago, renowned boxing promoter Eddie Hearn confirmed that discussions about a potential fight between Jake Paul and Canelo Álvarez were serious. Hearn emphasized that Canelo is always willing to step into the ring if the financial offer is right, stating that if the money is there, Canelo will fight anyone. whether it's Jake Paul or someone else. This statement makes it clear that Canelo is open to the matchup, as long as the business side makes sense. In boxing, money has always been a major driving force, and like any top fighter, Canelo is willing to take on lucrative fights that promise massive paydays.
Nothing really. I mean, it was all very sudden, wasn't it? Is it in relation to the Jake Paul fight? I don't know. I mean, look, Canelo, I say all that. Canelo don't care, right? Give him the money. I don't blame him, because he's going to make an absolute fortune to punch Jake Paul. And I don't mind the fight, I've got to be honest with you. Like, I've given Jake stick over the years because he's done some things that I didn't like, and I'm just being honest. But you have to respect him for taking the Canelo fight. He's doing that because there's a huge amount of money on the table, but I don't mind seeing it. So yeah, I don't know I've no idea whether it's in relation to that or whatever. I've not had one conversation about it, but certainly, you know, Canelo moving into that.
Canelo Álvarez was initially considering a bout against Jake Paul in May, while also engaging in discussions for a potential showdown with Terence Crawford. However, the proposed fight with Paul faced major pushback. According to reports, Turki Al-Sheikh, chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, was strongly opposed to the idea of Canelo fighting Paul, believing it was not the right move for boxing at this stage of Canelo's career. As a result, negotiations for the Canelo versus Paul fight were scrapped, and Canelo is now set to face Terence Crawford in September, in what is expected to be one of the biggest fights of the year. Boxing trainer Greg Hackett recently weighed in on the situation, offering his take on the rumored Canelo versus Jake Paul fight. He made it clear that this wasn't just speculation. The fight was genuinely being considered. However, Hackett also expressed skepticism about Canelo's ability to take on Crawford, implying that logistical or contractual issues might stand in the way of the fight materializing as planned. The entire situation highlights the complexities of high-profile boxing negotiations. While Canelo remains one of the biggest names in the sport, the decision-making process behind his fights is often influenced by powerful figures in the industry, financial incentives, and public perception.
We decided to pull the plug on the Canelo-Terence Crawford fight September 13th at Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas, due to the fact that he and his team pick up the phone, they have a conversation with Turki Al-Sheikh, and Turki Al-Sheikh and Canelo come to a 4-fight deal that's going to cancel the Jake Paul fight May 3rd, Las Vegas at the T-Mobile, and is now going to see Canelo Álvarez possibly face William Skull, the IBF undefeated Puerto Rican.
With the Jake Paul fight off the table, the focus is now on whether Canelo versus Crawford will deliver the high-stakes action that fans anticipate.
So that means Bud ain't happening?
No. They talking about Bud in September. Canelo, Jake Paul in that.
If he fight Jake Paul, he ain't gonna fight Bud. Because I'm gonna tell you why. He gotta go up for Jake Paul. He gotta go up for Jake Paul. Jake Paul not coming under 200 pounds. You understand? Canelo gonna do the same thing Roy did to his body. Gonna go up and bring it back down, 68, fuck.
As the fight approaches, experts will continue to analyze whether Crawford's technical brilliance can overcome Canelo's experience and power at higher weight classes.